welcome to the arena on the campus of Northwest Florida State College. Tom Purcell and Coach John Lavin here courtside as we. It's a WD-40 game. We're working out the rust, getting out the technical difficulties.
Always first game jitters, working out the kinks, right?
Yeah, but what a first game to have. These two teams were undefeated, completely undefeated until a week or so ago when San Jacinto spoiled the party, beating the #1 ranked Gulf Coast Lady Commodores. And right now they're squaring up against the undefeated Lady Raiders, and we're all knotted up at 7.
A lot of new faces for the Raiders. First of all, first fresh face is Bart Walker, who's returned to the tenure here at Northwest Florida State. Was here back a few years before Coach Harrington was making his run. But a lot of new ladies out there. Obviously a different type of culture in the team where they're kind of believing in themselves and like the conditioning a little leaner.
Jade Lewis and Ashley Lee, the only 2 holdovers from last year's team. It's a team that's deep. It's a team that's international. We'll go through those later on. But right now at the line, Awa Trossi, speaking of international, from France is at the line to try to give the Lady Raiders the lead, and she does. It's 8-7.
So far, I've kind of isolated some post players and running some 5-out motion, able to get some good looks. The 3 ball from the big ladies are an advantage for the Raiders.
No change at Gulf Coast State, defending national champions, coached by who else? The 2-time Hall of Famer Mary Rooney Scoville. She's also the athletic director. She retired years ago from coaching. That didn't last long.
She's had a great run at Gulf Coast. Okaloosa County product from Laurel Hill, and her and Grover have really done a good job building that program.
Yeah, you can't say Mary Rooney Scoville without Grover Hicks. He brought her to Laurel Hill and just kind of stayed along that train the whole way. Also assisted by Austin Medford and Paige McCallum are the Lady Commodores. As the putback is no good. Rebound by Trinity Baptiste for the Lady Raiders.
I had a chance to sit down and talk to them about 3 weeks ago, Tom, and just so much basketball knowledge between those two. It was really fun to watch and just kind of learn as much as you can.
Lady Raiders, 4:15 to play, opening quarter. Lead by 1, 8-7. Up high, Ashley Lee runs around the pick. Jumper, no good by Jade Lewis. Put back, good by Ashley Lee.
Ashley Lee got nice position there with the putback and puts the Raiders up by 3 at the 3:52 mark.
Everything, all signs pointed before this game that we were going to have a good one, and it looks like we're still going to have one, as that's an air ball. An errant air ball.
Wild shot by the Lady Commodores. And speaking with Rooney and Grover, they talked about their transition of really pushing the basketball, looking to run their lanes and being disciplined in their lanes. And she shared some insightful things about looking for the hot person, which is kind of uncommon. You know, we're always kind of looking at my shot, but really understanding who's hot and getting them the ball.
Under 3:40 to play, opening quarter here at the arena. First conference game, home game this year. The Lady Raiders, winning this past weekend in the close one, 78-74 at Pensacola State. Underneath, reversal, no good by Baptiste. Fighting around for it, we're going to have a jump ball.
Really some good action so far from Coach Walker and the Lady Raiders. Just setting some fade screens, opening up the floor. Spacing is very good, and they're just attacking the rim when it's there.
Lady Commodores long on the floor. Dominique Banks at 6'5". Along with Jahila Dunlap at 6'2". Nice clutch move by Baptiste. She got fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
Right now, with the first look, Tom, Baptiste is the best player on the floor. I don't know much, to be honest with you, with the Lady Commodores, but Baptiste, her footwork, her shot fakes, just her confidence in general with the basketball is really impressive so far.
Out of Hillsborough High School in Tampa, Trinity Baptiste. She's 81% for the year from the charity stripe. Knocks down the first. Lots of new stuff here at the arena. Beautiful new all digital table over there on the score side across the way from us.
Very nice.
Collins favors the right side after trying the left nothing there. Working around in the corner, jumper, his side of the backboard, nothing, goes out of bounds, will stay with the Lady Commodores.
Well schooled defensively. I'm watching the Lady Raiders as they talk defensively. They're active, their hands are up, playing from behind on the post, but that's okay. They're meeting cutters, doing a lot of things that obviously have gotten them to their undefeated record so far.
Shayla Bennett will inbound it. Johnson. Oh, excuse me, that's Collins. Long three, no good. And I think we're going to have a call over the back on 31, Kiana Jeter.
Out of bounds underneath. Walker and the Lady Raiders go 1-3-1 zone to mix it up, and with the shot clock forced the long three attempt.
Lady Raiders on top by 5 here in the opening quarter. The men on tap at a 7:30 estimated tip. 3 attempt for Georgia Gale. No good. And it looked like Shayla Bennett got one in the nose. She's slow to get back. She has it now. You can tell her vision's a little blurry trying to shake it off.
Lady Raiders back to the man-to-man to kind of mix it up.
Bounce pass into the post. Back out to Collins. Right side, Jeter for 3. Buries it. Jeter had a little bit of that Lonzo Ball look to that jumper.
Tough shot. Shot clock winding down with 2 seconds. Had to let it go, but thought she had the post player open.
Baptiste picks up her dribble, has to give it up over to Angela Jernigan. Baptiste on the high post, looking underneath around to Georgia Gale. Bounce pass into the Baptiste, goes out of bounds. The lead is down to 2 points for the Lady Raiders with a minute 22 to play in the opening quarter.
Nice little set they ran right there with a dribble handoff. Adams comes back around. Baptiste gets a duck in and seal him. Just a kind of a bad angle to make that entry pass, but again, good offensive flow. I like what they're doing, attacking the basket and really establishing the pass.
It's great to be back here with Emerald Coast TV and the Raiders. Not sure how many years this is you and I've done it. At least 4. Time flies when you're having fun. Jumper from the corner, no good. Nice rebound, Georgia Gale. Right place, right time.
Lady Commodores getting absolutely nothing on the offensive rebound.
Lewis between the legs, picks up her dribble, bounce pass into Baptiste in the paint, no good, turns it over. Here come the Commodores. Off the glass and good by Shayla Collins. She can see again.
Coach Walker wants Baptiste to seal off a little bit better than that, but it was the entry pass that really wasn't very good.
Tied at 12 with 31 seconds left, 25 seconds. Excuse me, here come the Lady Commodores on the run, trying to get their first lead of the game. Jumper short. Grabbed by Lee. 9 seconds. Angela Jernigan on the right wing. Down shot clock, game clock down to 3. Long jumper off the glass, no good. We're tied after 1. Lady Raiders and Lady Commodores. You're watching Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV. Welcome back to the arena. Waiting on our delivery of stats. Almost like a smorgasbord of stats. First quarter, we're tied at 12 after 1. Lady Raiders and Lady Commodores, and the pep band is already in midseason form, John.
First thing I noticed when we came in.
I think you can hear them outside on the Eglin golf course on the Falcon. If you're playing that par 5 and try to hit it in 2 and the band cranks up, it messes with you. 12 all.
Good atmosphere, though.
It is. True college basketball atmosphere. Now that we've got college football in the rearview mirror, except for the Senior Bowl and a couple of all-star games. Now we're dead in the basketball season. Right side is Jernigan to Lee. Working left side. Turnover again for the Lady Raiders. And a wild throw up by Kiana Jeter, and got fouled.
I thought it was pretty good defense. Good transition back, just kind of went vertical, got her hands up, and unfortunate referee saw a foul. I see Steve Nisman-Macker here from WEAR Channel 3.
Yeah, we got the all-star team from Pensacola in.
Good to see Mac down there, not asleep.
I still got to figure out how they pull off prep football final. I don't know how they do that. They got magic and you got pixie dust flying around, and those guys do it like no others.
He said they don't know either. So it's a mystery for everyone.
Actually, every Friday night is off to them. That's just their evil twins broadcasting it as it's 13-12. Gulf Coast. Steve's a regular at the press conference for the All Sports Association. That's coming up, the banquet, in another month. Big night here in town. 13-12, Gulf Coast Lady Commodores on top. Jernigan over to Gale. Nice move by Trossi, and she puts it in and gets fouled.
Great footwork by the Lady Raiders. Good shot fakes. You know, when you teach a shot fake, you want the ball above your head and you want your butt down, and that's what they do. They really sell the shot fake. Good job, good teaching by Coach Walker and his staff.
Awa Trossi is a 6'2" freshman out of Toulouse, France. She's shooting 83% for the year from the line. That's good to know.
Maybe somebody in France taught her that that shot fake.
And just like that, we jinx her. 1 point lead for the Lady Raiders. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter.
You jinxed her.
I did. Turnover by the Commodores, their third of the game. Up top goes Jernigan. She'll set it up. As you mentioned, John, an all-new, leaner, faster Lady Raiders team. And we have a jump ball.
Great slip off of that, and thought she drew a foul. She like they grabbed her arm.
Lady Raiders will own the possession arrow as Jernigan will inbound it. Jernigan tries to get it out. She does to Trossi.
Trossi with good hands to keep that ball alive.
Jernigan, the 5'8" guard from Orlando, will set it up. Trossi. Spin move, and we're going to have a shot clock violation. The lead stays at 1 for the Lady Raiders. Nice move, just about a 1/10 of a second too late. .8:22 to go here, opening half. Long 3 attempt, no good. Rebound off the long leg of Dominique Banks.
One of the few times the Lady Commodores went to the offensive glass. They've made life rebounding for the Raiders very easy so far. The defensive glass, that is.
14-13 here at the arena. Lady Raiders undefeated on the year. Gulf Coast, 1 blemish. That being San Jacinto over the holidays. Long 3 attempt, in and out, won't go. Rebound by Johnson. Three attempt won't go. Behind the back move, nicely done by Lewis. She'll take it on the right wing, pull up her dribble, and give it back to Jernigan. Lady Commodores in man-to-man defense. Trossi won't go just a little long. Here come the Commodores. Johnson sets the high screen. Work it right side. And another turnover by the Commodores. Kind of forced action, and we're going to have a foul called on number 24, Shayla Bennett.
Good hands by Lewis that time, just closing the gap up off the penetration, caused a loose ball, and Lady Raiders picked it up.
First personal foul for Bennett, second team.
You know, watching the first 10 minutes, you think both teams want to get out and run, but Lady Commodores would really want to push transition. Not sure the Lady Raiders would like to push it to the pace that maybe the Lady Commodores are used to.
Yeah, the Lady Raiders, a lot more half-court sets so far than the Commodores. Georgia Gale from Great Britain. Right side, over to Lee. Trossi. She'll go in hard, pull away, a little fade away, nothing but nylon. 16-13, the lead's back to 3 for the Lady Raiders.
Great shot by Rossi.
And another turnover, forced turnover. Nice defense by the Lady Raiders.
I'd say right now, you know, we always talk about the most aggressive team always wins the game. Lady Raiders right now are the most aggressive team, up 3, but just their activity on the defensive end is really impressive compared to what we've seen the last couple of years with them.
Jernigan to Lewis, back to Baptiste. Looking inside for Trossi, and another turnover by the Lady Raiders, almost stolen back by the Raiders. And we're going to have a jump ball possession arrow will go to the Lady Raiders.
Referees letting them play a little bit. Lady Raiders are trying to make post-entry passes from that high post and kind of coming right through the offensive player, which is referees are letting it go, but maybe need to make bounce passes so the player can catch a little bit better in scoring position.
Fawny Poland from Tabby, Sweden checks in for the Lady Raiders. Johnson wasn't ready for it, almost traveled. Jumper in the corner, good for 3 by Janisha Green.
They took off about 4 seconds of the shot clock that time.
Jernigan throws that one away, looking for Jade Lewis. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the first half.
Lady Commodores changed it up a little bit that time on that possession and really denied the wings and forced a turnover.
Up top to Johnson, looking inside, and another turnover. So a WD 40 game for these two teams in conference play. Lots of turnovers, forced turnovers so far. 16 all, 5.5 to play, opening half. Knocked out of bounds as Trossi tried to go hard to the basket.
I think you've got some nerves going on early. Both teams trying to feel each other out, realizing this is just one of 3 matchups for the year. But every game, as we know, in the Panhandle will cost if you're not ready to play.
It is a grind. It's a 12 game. You get a little let up between each rotation, but not much, and it is tough. Halfway through the second quarter, we're still tied at 16. Jeter back around the Dunlap, back out, 3 attempts, in and out. Rebound by Green. Move to the basket, up and foul. Jade Lewis, her first personal foul. Second team foul.
You know, it's kind of interesting watching the dynamic relationship between Walker and his point guard. He's on her, but she responds well to it. I'm impressed with her so far, even though she's struggled a little bit at times.
Timeout on the floor. I believe it was a 30. As Pep Band getting ready to crank it up again.
So far, Trossi has really demonstrated some leadership and some ability to get inside, shoot the three, handled it, let the offense kind of run through her at the high post, made some good decisions with it. Very impressed with her. Baptiste got off to a strong start, really impressed with her as well. And like I said, Jernigan kind of controlling things from that point guard position. 3 brand new faces for the Lady Raiders this year.
Trossi coming a long way from Montégeau, France, 6'2" freshman forward. Speaking of coming a long way, here come the stats.
He looks familiar.
Wonder if he's a student. He's got the logo. Alum.
Thank goodness for you, right? No more.
That's right.
No more student.
Get them off the payroll. 16 all 4.5 to play here in the opening half.
You're going off the payroll. Mine are going back on, or right on the payroll.
One of the few things I've learned in life, no matter how much you save for your kids for college, it's never enough. Except if they attend Northwest Florida State College. Incredible education for the value out here at the line for Gulf Coast State College. Kiana Jeter, 75% shooter for the year.
You know, what's going to be the story for me, Tom, looking at the Lady Raiders and their schedule, is they have not played any close games whatsoever. Everything is a blowout, 20, 30 points. Obviously, they're not going to get a blowout most likely tonight with the Lady Commodores. So Coach Walker's going to find out a little bit about his team, how they execute, how they handle pressure, and how they handle late game situations.
Yeah, and the non-conference schedule, as both free throws are good with a 2-point lead. Lady Raiders averaging almost 82 points a game this year. They put up 78 against Pensacola, so they were close to their average, but it's just hard to do that in this conference. Turnover by the Lady Raiders. Jernigan with pressure by Kinsey.
As I look at the conference and the overall record, you have Northwest Florida 16-0, Gulf Coast 13-1, Tallahassee 16-1, Pensacola State 16-1, and Chipola 11-5.
3-point attempt, no good. Rebound by Georgia Gale, but it was like that last year. Remember when we came into the conference, all 5 teams were ranked as they are this year. In conference play, just kind of takes care of that.
Yeah, and
as Tim Brando used to say about the SEC, they're going to beat each other up, and it's, you know, battle by just a tread out.
And such a long year. You have injuries you have to go through and battle, and trying to get them all on the same page.
Right side as Kiana Jeter into the post to Dunlap. Dunlap turns off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Trinity Baptiste. Jernigan, she's getting all she wants defensively. Every time she touches it from Kinsey. And next year for Gulf Coast, we'll be seeing a Fort Walton grade who's committed. Peanut Payton. Be fun to watch her play. Long 3 attempt by Jade Lewis, and putback's going to be late again. Second shot clock violation by the Lady Raiders. 3:19 to play here in the opening half.
Boy, a very low scoring game. The defense obviously is very, very good. Ball handling is very good because you're not getting a lot of turnovers that lead to breakout points.
Three attempt, won't fall. Put back and foul.
Well, I would have liked to seen Lewis just kind of go vertical right there and not foul. It would have been a tough finish for
Janisha Green.
For Green, it would have been a tough finish over the long stretched arms of Lewis.
First free throw attempt good for Janisha Green. She's shooting 80% for the year from the line.
It's almost like you bail that player out by fouling and putting him to the line.
Fonnie Poland checks back in.
Pretty good crowd for the this early for the female game.
Yeah, I guess the true basketball enthusiast knows this is going to be a good one with an undefeated Raider team and an almost undefeated defending national champ. They win it last year, didn't they? Gulf Coast. Pushing right side. Georgia Gale looks inside and throws that one just a little long. Four-point lead, Lady Commodores. Lisa Jo Weigel from New Haven comes in.
Georgia Gale with the turnover, but I like her game as well. She goes to rebound. She handles the basketball. She's got good size.
Left side hard goes Jeter. She'll shoot it. It's blocked. They'll throw it back out. Bennett. Three-point attempt for Green. No good. Rebound Baptiste. Jernigan will go left side. Jernigan got lucky there. Trossi over to Jernigan. 15 to shoot as the game clock approaches 2 minutes. Shot blocked. Out of bounds. It'll be Lady Raiders possession on the baseline with 4 to shoot. Trossi. Right hand wouldn't go.
Got the ball exactly where you want with the person you want it.
Yeah. Just couldn't finish. Kind of like a 36-yard field goal, right? Right down the middle. Get it right where you want it. 3 attempt, nothing there. Right, hits the left side of the rim, bounces toward the Raider bench. But good hustle by the Commodores to dig it back out. Minute and a half to play, opening half. And a steal. Jernigan converts it. The lead's back to 2 with 1:15.
Nice pick by Jernigan and the finish. Lady Raiders switching all screens.
Long 3 hits nothing but oxygen as it goes out of bounds with under a minute to play, and the Lady Raiders have a chance to tie, or actually could get the lead back. And timeout called by the Lady Raiders. 30-second timeout. Oh, presentation here. We got the athlete of the week, Jack Lavin, son of John Lavin here.
Wow.
The athlete of the week, the Northwest Florida Daily News. Jack talked about there are 2 John Lavins. Is there a third? Is there a third Lavin here?
A lot of John Lavin.
Trifecta?
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Senior in high school, athlete of the week.
He had a pretty good week, and
Oh, yeah.
very proud of him, what he does off the floor, on the floor. But his academics are in order, and he's just a good, solid kid.
He made a good point. 2 sports, but 2 sports that have nothing in common. You don't see many golfers going and playing basketball. It just, you know, it's
Two
tough.
different skill sets. I
Yeah.
think I started that.
Completely.
It's been fun to coach him in both sports, and he's had a heck of a time at the state championship with golf. And in his own admission, he only plays about four months out of the year. So it's hard to keep up with the best in the state when you don't don't play as often. But
and he wants to broadcast, and he's done this with you before in my absence.
He has. He might could do it again.
He might take the last 5 games. Got
a pick and
turnover.
Home run layup by the Gulf Coast.
Yes, sir. 22-18. It's back to, it's a 4-point lead, largest of the night so far for the Lady Commodores. Trossi back to Jernigan, 10 to shoot. There's 6 points difference in the shot clock. Misses everything. Putback is good by Trossi. So it's a 2-point lead, 10 seconds. Bennett to Jeter. Jeter high steps it, goes left side, goes up, gets fouled with 1.1.
Nice attack by the Lady Commodores. She got deep, got in the air. Again, they bailed her out. It would have been a tough finish, but I'd just like to see the Lady Raiders maybe not be as patient, maybe look to score more than they just were under 10.
Yeah.
Seems like they get impatient and they don't really get the best shot they want, whether it's a long 3 or it's a drive to the basket with 2 defenders there.
And then when it gets under 10, then it's urgent time, and it's the defense tightens up and everything tightens up.
You know, I understand they run their cycle of sets every trip, and they do some good action, but they need to get into it a little bit sooner, maybe push the ball up and kind of save some time with that. Jeter
makes it a 4-point game, 1.1 second. This one's got to hurry. And it's short. Nice grab by Mack down there from WEAR, and it's a 4-point lead going into half. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half from here at the arena. Mickey Inglet Court at Northwest Florida State College. Your score 24-20 Gulf Coast. We'll be back after halftime. Welcome back to the arena, getting ready for the second half of play. 4-point lead by the Commodores. Kiana Jeter leading the Commodores with 12 points. Janisha Green with 5 for the Lady Raiders. It's Awa Trossi with 11 points and a sprinkling from there on. Did you get caught up on the local sports scene?
I did. Found out who's playing well in Pensacola in high school basketball. And
Steve Nissom's a fountain of information over there from Channel 3.
Back screen. It's another switch by the Lady Commodores.
Jumper good by Trossi.
Very dangerous pass by Adams, and she's attacking, and she kind of throwing the ball right into the grain.
Trossi with 13 points now of the Lady Raiders 22. Jumper won't fall for Bennett. Back out. Looking inside, out. Back to Kinsey. Kinsey working it, guarded by Jernigan. Right side, jumper for three. Off the glass, good. That's going to be a two-pointer.
Good patience by the Lady Commodores as the defense changed by the Raiders. They were just a little...
Lead is back to 4 for the Commodores. Georgia Gale on the left wing. And Trossi goes between the legs. Picks it up, got away with a double dribble there. On baseline goes, they're going to call it off for traveling.
Jernigan with a nice penetration, but the pass really wasn't on the money. If she would have come to a jump stop and kind of delivered the ball in a better scoring position, we'd have been able to get the 2 there and cut it to 2.
Alexis Dye comes into the game. Number 12s. She's have the task of matching up with Trossi. Jumper from the corner is short.
Not sure Coach Scoville is real happy with the last 3 possessions on the shot selection, even though they've knocked down 1 prayer off the glass.
Side to Trossi. She'll fake right, go left, hits nothing but the glass. Back the other way. Cross court. And another takeaway by the Lady Raiders. Lady Raiders with 11 turnovers at halftime as basket goes to 7 for Gulf Coast. Jernigan cuts the lead to 2.
Coach Walker didn't really like that shot, but that's what you need sometimes, kind of keep the defense honest, not let them load up.
Jumper left side, and we have a foul called. Shayla Bennett will go to the line for Gulf Coast. Ashley Lee called for the foul for the Lady Raiders. Substitutions for the Raiders. Baptiste comes in. Janisha Green comes in for the Lady Commodores.
Both teams really not tearing it up offensively.
No. Gale looking for some help, and she finally gets it. And lost out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Lady Raiders. Jernigan one batted right in front of us, guarded by Kinsey. Jernigan goes left hard, puts it up with the right hand off the glass. Nicely done.
Nice play by Jernigan. Takes the handoff, got her going downhill where she could catch and had some momentum, and nice little bank shot off the glass.
30-second timeout. Next up for the Lady Raiders next week at Chipola, or excuse me, Saturday night at Chipola, 5:30. Men follow at 7:30. Then back here next Wednesday night for the Commodores, or excuse me, the Eagles from Tallahassee Community College. It's a heavy Wednesday night home schedule for the Raiders this year. 5 of the 6 Panhandle Conference games are Wednesday night tilts.
Looking at the shooting in the first half, Tom, 8 of 25 by the Raiders and 6 of 28 for the Lady Commodores. Rebounds are pretty much even. Free throws, a little advantage to the Lady Commodores.
One-point game, 3 minutes gone here, third quarter. Lady Commodores on top. Three-pointer won't go. Putback is good by Alexis Dye. Leads back to 3.
Another difficult shot by the Lady Commodores. Good offensive rebounding that time.
Off the glass, no good. Putback, no good. Wasted trip by the Lady Raiders. You hate to lose one like that.
Crowd wanted a foul, but really just good defense on that possession.
Georgia Gale brings it up, guarded closely by Janisha Green. Bounce pass, right side to Lewis. Baptiste. She'll set the high screen. Jernigan into Baptiste. Jernigan for three. Nice inside out.
This is Jernigan's third quarter.
Tied at 29.
She's got 7.
Baseline move. Nice defense by the Lady Raiders to deny. Kinsey over in the left corner. 12-foot jumper short. And a foul on the floor.
That's a tough break. Box out. She's doing her job, doing what Coach Walker has taught her to do, and she gets a holding call on her. Lady Raiders have been sloppy on the offensive or on the defensive glass.
Bailout. Fresh shot clock, so they got a lot of time. They're going to waste no time and take the shot. Almost halfway through the third quarter. And a foul on the floor. That's going to be on number 12, Alexis Dye.
It's kind of what I talked about earlier with the more effective bounce pass to the post player. Baptiste does a good job right there of sealing, getting low, and was pushed from behind. It wasn't a lob pass where the defense can come over the top and make a deflection.
Baptiste, free throw line, one dribble goes up and got fouled. Nice move. It was kind of a late whistle. You're wondering if she was going to get the call.
Boy, again, the shot fake sets it all up. Great footwork by Baptiste. Goes strong to the basket. And maybe could have come to a jump stop and had more of a power layup instead of leaving her feet with 1 foot, but gets to the foul line, and hopefully she can convert, give the Lady Raiders a 2-point lead. She's got a little blood on her, so she's going to come out of the game.
Yeah.
As Drossie's going to come back in and maybe shoot the free throws.
When I hear that last name Trossi in women's basketball, I'm thinking of Diana.
Right.
It's spelled a little differently.
A little different type of player, but I was calling Gail Adams a while ago. I apologize to her, Georgia Gale.
First one missed.
Always tough as a reserve to come in and have to shoot the free throw.
Fonnie Poland at the line. You look at her name, and originally it just comes out Fanny, but Dana Fusco told me that's not the case. He was corrected. It's Fonnie.
Where's she?
Tabby, Sweden.
Sweden.
This is both. Still tied at 29.
Well, we've got France, we've got Russia.
I'm going to say we've got the whole.
We've got Sweden.
Western Europe.
We've got.
We'll get a little Croatia in there, and we could mix and mingle, huh?
England, and then we have Knoxville, Tennessee.
And we've got the Tennessee translating. 4:29 to play here in the third quarter, and we're tied at 29. Shot won't fall. Here come the Commodores. Right side is Jeter. But around Lady Raiders staying in zone. Nice rebound.
What?
Number 24, Jade Lewis. Fondy can't get it to go. Put back. No foul called. And Coach Walker a little upset with that one. 29 all, under 4 minutes to play in the third. Again, these Lady Raiders have averaged almost 83 a game. So this game is a little outside their wheelhouse. Oh, set up perfectly for Jay Lewis. Couldn't get it to fall. Down court, off the glass, nicely done by Jalea Dunlap.
And I thought that might have been the the halftime adjustment, unless we got to go to a break.
Full timeout. We'll go take time as well. 2-point lead, Lady Commodores. We'll be back after these words. You're watching Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV. Two-point lead for the Lady Commodores. 3.5 to play here, quarter number 3, as we're just getting Panhandle Conference basketball kicked off. I'm not sure if kicked off is the right term to use in basketball, maybe tipped off.
Tom, as we were talking before the break, you know, you might have thought the halftime adjustment from Rooney and Gulf Coast would be just to take faster shots, take up the tempo a little bit, use your quickness and speed to maybe kind of make this a ratty type game. But I'm looking at the facial expressions of Coach Goebel when those shots go up. Those are not really shots.
She's not happy.
No, she's not happy with that type of shot selection. Maybe she addressed that in the timeout. We'll see where it goes from there. But Raiders on the move here.
Jernigan guarded by Kinsey. Lewis, left side, off the glass, won't fall. Baptiste almost got over the back. Went up, down, no, still fighting for it. Can't come out of there with it because Kinsey did. And we got a player down.
Well, I got to think there might have been some contact on one of those shots from Baptiste.
Yeah, Baptiste was hammered. This is Shayla Bennett, 5'9" guard out of Piedmont, South Carolina. She's going to take a rest. Coach Goebel coming out to make sure she's okay. Just over 3 minutes to play here in the third. Again, the score not indicative of the average score so far for the Lady Raiders this year. Jade Lewis called for the foul.
Gulf Coast continues to kind of attack and go in there kind of recklessly. Like to see some Lady Raiders take some charges to kind of stymie that penetration. They're just letting them play downhill and just attack the rim. And also, Coach Walker has a good point. Calls on both ends. That was kind of a touch foul, or not a touch foul. That was a foul on that end like that one was. Just be a little more consistent with the whistle.
Janisha Green knocks it down. Oh, it's a 4-point game. Under 3 to play here in the third. Bonnie Paulin over to Jade Lewis. Back to Paulin up near the baseline. Baptiste to Trossi, and got it swatted away by Jalea Dunlap. Dunlap, Raider bench wanted to travel, didn't get it. Here comes Baptiste in transition. Up and off the glass, good by Angela Jernigan. So it's a 2-point game.
Jernigan's kept them in it this quarter. She's got 9 this quarter alone. Not getting a lot of help.
Kinsey, right side to Dye. Back to Bennett. Dunlap has it up top. 5 to shoot. Baseline jumper off, no good. Rebound out of there. With it comes Jernigan.
Look what I found.
Yeah. Long pass to Jade Lewis. Nice move going baseline. Got hammered, didn't travel. 3-point attempt, long. Shot clock not touched because the rim was not touched. We've got 13 to shoot. Tight defense by Gulf Coast. 4 to shoot. Jumper, good at the buzzer.
Wow. Great poise by Jernigan. I really like what she's doing in this quarter, Tom. She waited for the ball screen. It looked like she was going to throw up a prayer, but she did deliver the ball. They scored at the buzzer. Tie ball game.
Under a minute to play. Tied at 33. Nothing but threes on the board. 3-3, 3-3.
Travel.
Got away with one, did Green. 6 seconds to shoot. It's Jeter. She'll launch one off the glass. Fighting for it. Out of there comes Jernigan. Seven-second differential on the clock, play clock and game clock. A miss. And so now the shot clock will go off. We've got 16 to play in this quarter. Long 3 attempt, short. Fighting for the rebound. Out of there with it comes Georgia Gale.
Go.
7 seconds,
Go.
6 seconds. Jernigan with a spin off the glass. How about that?
That's my girl.
It is.
Wow.
Angela Jernigan from Edgewood High School in Orlando. 2-point lead for the good guys as we head into quarter number 4. Back after these words. You're watching Lady Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV. So far, these first 3 quarters have been a dandy. We've got one more to play.
Jernigan, I didn't realize she was shot so poorly in the first half. But 6 of 14 from the floor, but she's 5 of 5 in this quarter, Tom, with 11 points. That's really love to see that from a point guard position, where a lady who's not taking a lot of high volume shots to get those points and still be productive as a point guard and set the table for her teammates.
We were talking to each other on the break how big this would be for a win for the Raiders if they can hold on and pull this one out.
And with the shot selection, the Raiders can secure the defensive rebound. I think they've got a great shot.
Short, it was blocked. For Jernigan coming back the other way. And lost out of bounds, last touch by the Commodores.
Good hustle by Jernigan, good recognition that took a bad shot on this end. Was deflected. Not really the shot Coach Walker wanted at that point. Let them run some offense, which they've done majority of the game.
Awa Trossi hands it to Angela Jernigan. Trossi will go set up camp in the low post. Baptiste. Trossi. Fadeaway won't go, and let's see what we got.
Got her across the arm, but
Alexis Dye is going to be called for the foul, her 3rd personal.
Trossi is very fortunate she wasn't called for an offensive foul on that possession. She lowered her shoulder. Gulf Coast defender did a good job of taking the charge, and when she pivoted around to take the shot, somebody touched her arm. This is where you got to try to separate from a team like Gulf Coast.
2-point lead at the moment. Awatrasi out of Toulouse, France, 6'2", freshman forward, makes the second. (36-33). 1 minute gone here in the fourth. Saved underneath and put back and good.
Lady Raiders have the bigger team, but they're not getting five kids to block out.
Baptiste. You could tell Baptiste spent some time in the weight room. She'll take the jumper, won't go, missed everything left. Remains a 1-point Lady Raider lead. Dunlap. Over to Bennett. Off the glass and falls. No foul. Lead goes back to the Lady Commodores.
Yeah, the last two possessions not been good by the Raiders. Need a better shot here. Got the matchup that you wanted.
Trossi goes left, pulls up off the glass. Nice move, full fadeaway.
Nice stop and pop by Trossi.
Lead goes back to the Lady Raiders, 38-37. Jernigan got away with a little push off, but not the second time. Substitution for the Raiders. Ashley Lee comes back in the game.
Yeah.
Baptiste will take a break.
I'm not sure when Baptiste is going to get back in the game after that last shot.
Under 7.5 to play. 1-point Lady Raider lead. Lady Raiders undefeated. Gulf Coast, one blemish on their record. It being a non-conference game against San Jacinto. Lob inside, no foul. A little collision, but incidental contact. Angela Jernigan to Lee. Trossi between the legs. Jade Lewis back to Trossi. Short jumper, won't go. Rebound by Jeter. She's taking it all the way coast to coast, all on her own. 1-point lead goes back to the Lady Commodores.
See if the Raiders come back to the same offensive. Look like they're going to get a timeout. No. Little triangle right now. They're just taking two players out.
Baseline, Lee. Trossi. 11 to shoot. Picked up her dribble. Shot clock's at 8. Nice feed inside, but just couldn't hold on to it. Turnover to the Commodores. Jeter, right side, jumper. It fell. Quick shot, and it went.
Walker's going to come back with Baptiste, just more of a presence on the offensive end.
Foul on the floor on Nikia Kinsey. The side out right in front of us. Angela Jernigan will inbound it. Jernigan off the pick. Goes up, got swatted away. Lost out of, it'll be out of bounds. Lady Raider possession on the baseline.
Jeter tried to run through Trossi's screen. Trossi's a little banged up after that. Took the worst of that hit.
Yeah. Baptiste. Georgia Gale. Bounce pass to Baptiste. Going up hard. No foul. Lost out of bounds. 9 to shoot on the shot clock. Jalea Dunlap got all ball, the referee said. Like everybody heard a slap. So what did she do? She just went ahead and drained a three, did Jade Lewis. And the other way,
and that's the Lady,
Shayla Bennett.
That's the Lady Commodores and all their glory right there. That's what they do. They push the basketball.
2-point game. Lady Commodores 43-41. Jade Lewis trying to plead her case, saying foul on my arm. Now the official's telling her, I've got this under control.
Well, Shayla Bennett hasn't hit a shot from the field, but she's trying to make up in other ways on the defensive end, denying pressure.
Angela Jernigan inbounded right in front of us, right in front of you, John.
Another screen handoff.
Jernigan guarded closely by Collins. Baptiste, 5 to shoot. Trossi, nothing. Got to go up hard, and another shot clock violation. That's the third of the game on the Lady Raiders. Timeout by the Raiders. Full time. We'll take one as well. 2-point lead by the Commodores. You're watching Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV. Just under the halfway point here in the fourth quarter. 2-point lead for the Lady Commodores. You mentioned it on a transition play, John. That was vintage Gulf Coast. They want to run.
Yeah, they discipline in their lanes when they run, and good job of point guard sideline break, just pushing the ball up, and also Lady Raiders just slow getting back. Good deflection by Jernigan with the steal, something the Lady Raiders needed at that point.
Badly.
Need that to go.
And it does for Georgia Gale from Yorkshire, England. Lady Raiders now back with the lead. 1-point lead, 44-43. Fans getting their money's worth, those that are here. Long jumper, no good by Astu Gay. (44-43). She thought about it. Georgia Gale did again, but didn't take it. Nice moves. Cross-court pass into the Raider bench. Oh. Just a little bit errant.
Yeah, bad decision there, but otherwise has played a really sound, heady game. Understands the game, knows what she can do, and unfortunate that turnover.
Turnover on each end of the floor, so the Lady Raiders have the lead. 1-point lead, 3:30 to play. Jumper goes. Shayla Bennett.
Sure, they went over the scouting report on that you can't leave her open for that wide open shot, even though she hasn't made a field goal.
The three puts the Lady Commodores ahead by 2. Lewis. Inside to Trossi. Trossi can't get it to go. Rebound, Baptiste. Baptiste in there at 6'2", but she looks short. Off the glass, won't fall. With 2 6'5s in there, it makes it a long, long night. Another turnover. Here we go the other way. Jernigan, a 1-on-3. Off the glass, won't fall. And it will stay with the Lady Raiders.
Mark Walker didn't like the fact that Jernigan forced the issue a little bit, but I would have liked to seen Gale take that last 3 and went off the offensive rebound. That
off the top of the key?
Yeah. Because we're not getting anything down underneath.
Baptiste, everything she puts up underneath is errant. It's all affected. That one's going down court quickly. Travel, no call. And on the ground, Dunlap dives for it. Coach Scoville calls a quick 30-second timeout.
I like the assistant. He did like a little pirouette and he showed the move that the travel down there, and it was actually a pretty good dance move.
Triple axel, Tanya Harding story, huh? 46-44. Again, the heavyweights, the men show up at about 7:30 or 20 minutes after this one ends. Might be right on time. Again, Saturday night at Chipola. Women 5:30, men 7:30. And then next Wednesday night, Tallahassee comes to town. The Eagles for a Wednesday night appearance. 5:30, 7:30 as usual. Underneath. And a steal by Jernigan. Jernigan, and she got fouled.
I might have come unglued if they wouldn't have called that foul. She rode her the whole time. Could have been a foul on the floor, but Jernigan did a good job of going to her left and getting the ball up in shooting motion.
Angela Jernigan, 5'8" sophomore out of Edgewood High School, Orlando.
Edgewater, they got some players down there.
72% from the floor. I mean, from the free throw line. Second free throw attempt. Makes a second. So just over 2 minutes to play. 30-second timeout called by Coach Bart Walker. (46-45).
The Lady Raiders are going to have to get a stop. They got the clock in their favor with the shot clock. Just got to play good defense for 30 seconds and finish it off with a defensive rebound. Shot selection by the Lady Commodores has gotten a little better. But this is one of probably the lowest scoring games we've had.
In a long time.
For the women here.
In a long, long time.
Both of them.
Well, you got two good defensive teams.
Both of them are half their average.
Two-point lead. Excuse me, 1 point lead, 46-45 Commodores. 2 minutes to play. Up top, Kinsey, left side. Bennett off the glass, no good. Ashley Lee comes out of there with it. Jernigan in the corner. Jernigan got it.
Wow.
Angela Jernigan knocks it down. A big three for a 2-point Lady Raider lead.
And Gale passed up the three for a better shot from Jernigan as her momentum was coming to the 3-point line.
Minute and a half to play. Fans are getting into it, going inside to Dunlap, off the glass, won't fall, fight for the rebound. Gulf Coast comes out of there with it, put back is no good. And lost out of bounds. Last touch by the Raiders, so it'll be side out. Lady Commodores.
That's just what I was telling you, Tom. They've got to be able to defensive rebound. They're the taller team, they're the bigger team. All with 32 and 44 in there.
Nakia Kinsey. Over to Bennett. Miss. Rebound. Who else? Angela Jernigan. Under a minute to play. 2-point Lady Raider lead. 54 seconds, 21 on the shot clock. Oh, what a possession this is for the Lady Raiders. Off the high screen, Georgia Gale. Inside, 2 dribbles. Trossi won't fall. Knocked out of bounds. Could have been over the back, but it wasn't called.
Not a bad possession. Not a bad shot by Trossi.
35.3 seconds. 2-point Lady Raider lead.
5-second differential in the shot clock.
Kinsey, right side. Will work it back left. And stolen. How about that by Ashley Lee?
Now they've got a foul. There were only 3 team fouls.
Jernigan and Coach Walker is hot. He was wanting the ball to move instead of the player to move. At 16 seconds, the Raiders will have it. Full timeout. We'll keep it right here as well.
Well, she had to get out of trouble, and I think
sometimes, yeah, under duress, you make a pass, it's going to go somewhere you don't want it to go.
Right. You know, when she's a heady player, she's got the ball in her hands. You know, the last thing you want to do is be a point guard that you want to just throw the ball around because your hair is on fire and you're panicking. You know?
Right.
So with 16 seconds to go, you've got the ball in the hands. She just kind of lost her balance, and Coach Walker saw that she was in trouble and wisely called timeout. But you know, they wouldn't be in this position they are in tonight if it wasn't for Jernigan.
Ashley Lee, what a big play to get the rebound underneath. She's tonight's women's player profile. She's a sophomore forward, averaging 6.5 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. Things she cannot live without: basketball, family, and friends. The last movie she watched was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. She loves Grey's Anatomy. What's the one thing that surprises people about her? She used to be a cheerleader. And if she could live anywhere in the world, the one place she would pick is Colorado. Ashley Lee, a big play at the other end just moments ago. Jernigan will inbound it. Side out. Almost to 5 seconds. And Coach Scoville wanting a over and back, but didn't happen. It's going to be a foul. There was never control and possession in the front court. One more foul to the bonus. And almost stolen by Gulf Coast. This might be in a long 11 seconds. But the foul is called.
Very shaky there. They're trying to run the same out of bounds play. Or side out of bounds they've been running all night. Gulf Coast
change it up a little bit. They know it's coming.
Yeah, they sniffed it out and realized it's coming back to the inbounder.
All right, 2 shots for Angela Jernigan. 2 big shots. Again, you go straight to the bonus in women's basketball after 5 fouls in a quarter. And misses the first.
Now,
full timeout now taken by Coach Scoville.
Now either make or miss. It's still a 1-possession game. It gives life to the Lady Commodores. Not a bad stroke. Just wasn't like your Alabama kicker who shanked.
Yeah, you get a little nerves, and it's the first conference game.
It was in and out.
She's a 75%, 72% free throw shooter. Not bad, but not where you'd really love it.
This is really the money ball right here, Tom. If she can make this a 3-point game with just 11 seconds, see, Northwest has some fouls to give. You know, they're 4 away from the bonus at this point, so they can be really aggressive and foul and not give
foul several times.
Any type of momentum or rhythm getting into any type of shot down there on that end.
Yeah, you could get to a point, like you said, where you could foul 3 times, foul those 11 seconds away down to about 2.
Yeah.
Really make it uncomfortable.
I'm sure that's being discussed right now in the timeout. Recognition of that, but obviously you don't want to make it an intentional foul. And the way the referees have called this game, I doubt they would call anything as an intentional foul. It's been they've let them play.
Yeah. Lots of young folks here tonight. So the Pryor basketball team here with Coach Justin Savage. Got another bunch up there. Looks like some Niceville. All right, big free throw here for Angela Jernigan. And misses both. And a quick timeout called by Gulf Coast. So 1.1 second went off the clock.
Well,
and we got 10 to play.
That changes things up a little bit with your defense. Now you got to basically guard everything. You got to guard the 3-point line because the 3 loses it for you if they hit. And you've got to guard the basket, which, you know, I'd really be concerned about with their ability to get inside and attack. And
I just noticed at the score table, official score, Gator Lee was notifying the officials 1 timeout each left. So each team with 1. Ten seconds, 2-point Lady Raider lead. Scoring almost 40 points below their average for the year.
Boy, with the timeout, it's kind of like the NBA. You get it at the half. Didn't realize that.
I didn't either. I was just going to make the comment. It'd be like the NBA. You don't get it halfway across. Well, baseline move, put up and won't go. Put back, won't fall, and a foul. Didn't see on whom.
I'm not sure why.
They called it on Jernigan.
I'm not sure why they didn't foul. I mean, she caught.
And now you foul. The one thing you don't want to do is foul on a shooting foul.
She caught it in the corner and she was guarded closely. All they had to do was foul and get it.
Start the whole process again. Okay, Jalea Dunlap, Columbia, South Carolina makes the first.
Wow.
It's a 1-point game. Second attempt for Dunlap.
That's where your assistant coaches are so valuable, Tom. They've got to be able to recognize that and
let them know.
And let them know.
To tie it up.
Missed it.
And missed it right. Put back, no good. And they're going to say another foul on the Raiders. And the fans aren't liking that one. Foul's going to be on Awatrasi, her second, which will put Alexis Dye at the line. And it's tied at 48. That was tie-dye for the lead.
Might burn one of those timeouts.
And the Lady Commodores with a 1-point lead. And Coach Bart Walker's sharing his frustration with the official.
But really, the offensive glass has been, the defensive glass has been a point of concern for the Lady Raiders all night in the second half, especially. Just throwing up wild shots and not securing it. It seemed like they'd have one person blocked out and somebody else would get the rebound. Just not consistent throughout the entire 4 or 5 people in the rebounding triangle that you're going to block out and secure possession.
But the question of the night with the last 11 seconds, with 3 fouls to give, why do you not foul? And it just inexperience. You foul on the shooting foul 2 in a row, which gave him 4 free throws.
And you know, hindsight is 20/20, but they might have discussed that in the timeout before and
forgot it.
And the girls go from the timeout to the floor and don't execute it. You know, who knows?
I used to ask Coach Ray Ross that when I'd say, so what are you drawing up for the kids? He goes, well, you can draw up anything, but you don't know what they're going to do. They're 18, 19-year-old kids. Just because you draw it up doesn't mean they're going to do it. All right, 3 seconds. They're going to say she stepped out of bounds. And this official here, does he have a foul or not? And Coach Scoville wants to use her last timeout. Her 30-second timeout. This all she needs to do is inbound the ball.
So I'm curious where they're going to inbound the ball. They take it all the way down there and inbound the ball.
No, she was just asking if she had any more timeouts, and she doesn't. 1.7 seconds, 1-point lead for the Gulf Coast. Been a good one. Lady Raiders certainly with their opportunities.
No, but you see what I'm saying, Tom? She stepped out of bounds there.
Yeah,
I don't understand the rule where they're going all the way down to the other end to inbound the ball.
I'm not quite sure. We'll have to figure that one out. Ask a few questions.
Well, they got the foul.
They got the foul before the inbounds. So one more foul to give. Actually, that was the last foul to give. Next one will put the Commodores at the line shooting 2. And
wow.
0.2 of a second come off, and that'll.
Lady Commodores came in here and are very fortunate to be leaving with a win.
They will come back. Valentine's night, the Lady Commodores will be back in the arena. And we will visit there on the 24th of this month.
But it goes also to the culture that Rooney, Scoville, and Grover have built over there. Those kids,
they're tough.
They believe they're going to win. It doesn't matter when and what point in the game, what the adversity is. They're going to stay mentally, and they own the mental.
.49-48, second free throw, 50-48. Lady Raiders need a prayer. And it's about 6 feet short of one and a little to the left. So Heartbreak Hotel tonight for the Lady Raiders. They lose the conference home opener against what was the #1 team in the nation a few weeks ago, 50-48. Again, hang with us, 20 minutes. The heavyweights will be back as the men will tee it up tonight, tip it off against the Commodores of Gulf Coast State. Again, 50-48 your final. You're watching Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV.